Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well in your studies. Students, in my last lecture I taught you about AC through capacitor, resistor and inductor. And today we are going to solve some conceptual questions based on the same topic, because as I thought that the topic you have studied yesterday only, so it will be easy for you to understand the concepts based on it. So let us see the question. First question is, means the type of question which is coming in exam, that what is the phase difference between current and EMF when AC passes through capacitor. Means whenever your AC is passing through capacitor, then what is the angle between EMF and current? So students, you know that in capacitor or inductor the phase difference is pi by 2. In inductor your EMF is leading and in capacitor your current is leading, but the angle difference is same, that is pi by 2. But in resistor the angle is 0 degree. So they can ask you in any device, they can ask you capacitor, they can ask you inductor, or they can ask you about resistor. Second type of questions are coming, that capacitor blocks DC, explain why. Students, capacitor is blocking DC. Why capacitor blocks DC? To understand this question, you have to go back to your topic, that is AC passing through capacitor. When AC was passing through capacitor, there you have written one term XC. You have written one term XC. If you remember, XC, and it was equal to 1 upon C omega. Okay, this XC is known as capacitive reactance. What we call it? Capacitive reactance. You can see on your screen also that XC is equal to 1 upon C omega. It is called as capacitive reactance. Okay, means the resistance offered by the capacitor. Students, resistance offered by simple resistor, your conductor, we have given name resistance, opposition offered by. Okay, and when capacitor is offering resistance, that is known as capacitive reactance and we denote it by a XC. मीन्स करंट फ्लो को जो कैपेसिटर रुकावट पैदा करेगा, जो भी इसको अपोजिशन it will apply, that is known as XC. Simply it is the resistance offered by capacitor. Okay, so let us do mathematically that XC is equal to 1 upon C omega. What is omega? It is 2 pi upon T. So XC is equal to C 2 pi upon T. Students, now you know that 1 upon T is equal to frequency. So it will change into 1 upon C 2 pi nu. Now what is nu for DC? Students, you know that nu is the frequency, means after what interval it is repeating, number of oscillations completed in 1 second. But DC, you know, it is not changing its magnitude, so its frequency is 0. Means number of cycles completed in 1 second is 0. Always remember, for DC frequency is 0. Okay, so if nu is 0, then what will be XC? You just see XC will be 1 upon C pi 2 pi into 0, 0 multiplied by anything 0, and 1 upon 0 equal to infinity. 1 upon 0 equal to infinity. Means कैपेसिटर DC के लिए कितनी रेजिस्टेंस देता है? इनफाइनाइट. मीन्स वेरी लार्ज रेजिस्टेंस is offered by the capacitor to the flow of DC. Once again I am telling, the resistance offered by capacitor for DC is infinite, means very large resistance, very large opposition is offered by the capacitor, means it is not allowing the DC to pass through it. That's why we can say that capacitor blocks DC. Okay, and opposite you can write that it offers easy path to AC. Similarly, second question is, inductor offers easy path to DC and resistive path to AC. Why? So once again, now we have to write it from AC through inductor, that XL is equal to omega L. XC is equal to, I am writing here, XC is equal to 1 upon C omega, but XL is equal to L omega or omega L. Okay, so once again you can write that omega is equal to 2 pi upon TL, 2 pi nu L. For DC, nu is equal to 0. That means XL is equal to 0. Means जो resistance inductor लगाएगा DC पे that is 0. Means ये कोई भी रुकावट नहीं डालेगा इसके पाथ में. That means the inductor is offering easy path to DC but resistive path to AC. Opposite you can write at the end, that offers easy path to DC. Means resistive path to AC and easy path to DC. Easy path, why easy path? अब रुकावट 0 है, that means easy path. What is रुकावट here? Here XL is your resistance. Okay, so XL is 0, that means it offers easy path to DC. So these were a few conceptual questions. Especially they are asking in exam this question, that why capacitor blocks DC. So it is very important, 3 marks question. You have to write only these 2-3 lines. I have just elaborated it full. If you will write simply that we know X is equal to 1 upon C omega, omega is 0 for DC and XC is infinite, then also it will be fine. But better that you explain it so that you will not give any chance for the examiner to deduct your marks. Okay, so our next topic is AC through LCR circuit. Students, we have studied first AC through capacitor, AC through resistor and AC through inductor. But here now we will combine these all 3 devices and we will discuss the topic AC through LCR circuit. Okay, L means inductor, L means inductor, C means capacitor, R means resistor. So these all 3 we have connected in series combination and we have connected one AC source here. AC we are drawing like this, okay, and then enclosing in box. This is AC. Now we will draw one diagram, or you can say that a phasor diagram for it. So whenever you are drawing phasor diagram, you must know that what is the phase, what is the angle between, angle difference between. Okay, so you can see that we have taken here x-axis, this is your x-axis, y-axis and this is negative of y-axis. So I have taken my resistor, voltage of resistor along x-axis. So you know the capacitor is lagging behind by an angle pi by 2. So this is pi by 2 and EMF of inductor is leading by an angle pi by 2. So capacitor आपने नीचे की तरफ draw किया है and inductor we have drawn in upward direction. As VL is greater than VLC, so we have cut here this point up to this point. Up to this point we have cut VL minus VC. Okay, then we have completed this parallelogram where this phi is the phase angle. This we can change according to us, and we have completed this parallelogram. Okay, so you can write the things that we know according to Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So when we are writing it for inductor, we will write that VL is equal to IXL. When we will write for capacitor, VC is equal to IXC. When we will write for a resistor, we will write VR is equal to IR. Okay, so our next is using parallelogram law of vector addition. Students, whenever you will use parallelogram law of vector addition, then you know that resultant is equal to square root addition of square root of both and whole under root. Okay, under root of addition of square of both. Cos is also there, but as the angle is pi by 2, for cos of 90 will be equal to 0. That's why we have not written cos of AB. If you remember, then what was the formula for parallelogram law of vector addition to calculate resultant? It was R is equal to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. But here cos is 90 degrees, so cos 90 equal to 0. That's why we have not written cos. We have written only your P square means first vector, VL minus VC whole square plus Q square means second vector, VR whole square and under root. Okay, so just put the values. What's the VL value? Just now I told it is your IXL, IXC plus IR whole square. I is common in all and square is also there. So I square I have taken outside. XL minus XC whole square plus R square. I square, when it will come out of under root, it will remain I, and whatever will left inside will write the same. I, when I will bring it on the other side, it will go in E upon I. Okay, it will be E upon I. Then what is E upon I? It is XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Then this E upon I we are denoting by the term Z. So Z is equal to XL minus XC plus R square. Students, this is E upon I, means voltage upon current, and from Ohm's law, you know Ohm's law is V upon R. So voltage upon current is equal to what? Resistance. So here also it is one type of resistance, but this resistance we are denoting by a Z, and the name we have given to it is impedance. Okay, so what is impedance? Sometimes they are asking define impedance. So impedance is the effective opposition offered by LCR to the flow of AC. Means effective opposition means जो रुकावट कौन दे रहा है, LCR सर्किट दे रहा है AC को, उसको बोलते हैं impedance. Students, once again I am repeating that the opposition which is offered by resistor is called as resistance. Opposition offered by inductor we call it XL, inductive reactance, और जो कैपेसिटर देगा उसको XC, कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस, और जो LCR सर्किट AC के फ्लो में अपोजिशन देगा दैट इज नोन एज इम्पीडेंस मीन्स Z. Okay, so this is impedance. How to define? The effective opposition offered by LCR to the flow of AC. AC के फ्लो के लिए जो LCR सर्किट अपोजिशन ऑफर करेगा दैट इज नोन एज Z मीन्स इम्पीडेंस. And what is this formula? XL minus XC whole square plus R square whole under root. Okay, next is angle, means how to find angle. So this you know that tan of theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. If you will see from diagram, perpendicular is your VL minus VC and base is your VR. So that's why it is VL minus VC upon VR. Put the values, then you are getting XL minus XC upon R. So this is the value of tan phi. Now we'll discuss some special cases. XL is greater than XC. If your XL is greater, students you can see XL minus XC. अगर XL बड़ा है तो आपका tan phi क्या होगा? Positive. Tan phi positive है means phi lies between 0 and pi by 2. बट अगर आपका XL छोटा हुआ XC से, मतलब XC बड़ा है, if XC is greater, XC is negative, so your tan phi will be negative. Tan phi is negative, that means, okay, so tan phi is negative means phi lies between 0 to minus pi by 2. Get it? Now third is if XL is equal to XC. पहला तो कर लिया डिस्कस हमने कि XL बड़ा है, दूसरे पे डिस्कस कर लिया XC बड़ा है. अब तीसरे में हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि XL is equal to XC, means both are same. If both are same, that means XL minus XC will be 0. 2 minus 2 0, both are same. 3 minus 3 0, so that means tan phi is also equal to 0. अगर आपका tan phi 0 हो गया means phi equal to 0. If your phi is 0 students, that means impedance में आपका सिर्फ क्या बचेगा? If your XL equal to XC, then phi is 0, that's the another thing. But you just see from here that if XL is equal to XC, then Z will be equal to what? Obviously, then Z will be equal to R. Means your circuit will purely behave as a resistive circuit. And that means दो डिवाइसेस कम हो रही हैं, दो डिवाइसेस की रेजिस्टेंस कम हो रही है, दैट मीन्स इम्पीडेंस विल बी मिनिमम. एंड इफ इम्पीडेंस इज मिनिमम मीन्स रेजिस्टेंस इज मिनिमम, रुकावट कम है, दैट मीन्स द करंट थ्रू द सर्किट विल बी maximum. And if current is maximum, then this condition is known as resonance. Students, this question also comes in exam, that define resonance. So you have to define from here that resonance is defined as the condition at which maximum current flows through the circuit. And what is that condition? That condition is that XL is equal to XC. What is the value of XL? Omega L 1 upon omega C. Just cross multiply both. Omega and omega will become omega square 1 upon LC. Omega is equal to under root 1 upon under root LC, because square will become under root on the other side. Omega की value कितनी होती है? 2 pi upon t 1 upon under root LC. 1 upon t is nu, so 2 pi nu is equal to 1 upon under root LC. So nu will calculate from here, and this is the value of nu, that 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. Please attach C here. By mistake I have not written, so write here and 1 upon 2 pi under root LC, and it is the resonant frequency. What we call it? Resonant frequency means the frequency at which maximum current flows through the circuit. Get it? So students, this is all about my today's topic. For any query you can ask me, you can send message on my WhatsApp number. So please do revise. This is enough for today. Thank you. Have a good day.